Hello, people. I'm going to do a little car vlog. I just dropped Sabrina off at school, and I kind of wanted to get this out. I feel like if I get it out into the universe, it'll get off of me. Does that make sense? We'll see. Like, what are they called? Manifesting, whatever. Anyways, it's about children and extracurricular activities. I don't want to just put it as sports in general, because it could be any extracurricular thing that your child is doing. As you guys know, or if you've been following us, you know that Sabrina, sorry you guys can't even see me, there we go. Sabrina plays basketball for AAU League. She does not play for her school. And I'm going to start there. Sabrina danced from the age of 3 until about 7. And she lost she has never lost her love for dance. Sabrina loves to dance. She dances even when she plays basketball. But the Mean Girls started. And it's really sad that the Mean Girls started at that age, but they do. And so she just didn't want to go anymore. She only wanted to go to see her one friend that she had from dance, the funny thing is, we live in the same town, but she's so busy dancing, we see when we go to Universal once a year in Florida. Funny, but okay. That's not my point. So, she got done dancing. My thing was, she was done with it. I wasn't going to force her to do it, so we stopped. And loved the teacher, loved the studio. She was great. So then about a year ago, in 3rd grade, Sabrina said she wanted to try out for the basketball team at school. I said that was fine, no problem. She tried out, she made it. She loved playing basketball. Now the problem is, the coach that she has at her school is very cutthroat kind of coach. He only wants to win. That's all he cares about. He has our school has the reputation of being, 0 losses in the girls basketball team. He's won 1,000 or more games. And so that's his whole goal, is to win. And the parents love it. I personally feel that when your team is winning by 12 to 20 baskets, you don't need to push that hard. Let the other team score. Let the other team get some baskets. I just don't think that's right. When you got 40 points on the scoreboard and the other team has 2, I don't think you're gonna win. It's good. Let it go. Let the other team, at that point, when there's 10 minutes left of the game. I know it can change really quickly, but here's my situation. So because of this, all his thing was Sabrina, because Sabrina's tall, as you know, stand here under the net. I think she was called a 3. I don't know what all that is. I'm a dance mom. Stand here. Oh, and swim mom. My oldest was on the swim team. So anyway, stand here. When the ball comes to you, don't shoot the ball because you're under the net. Throw it to this girl or this girl because they'll take care of it. So her whole thing was, stand in this spot, don't move, let the ball, if I get the ball, I'm going to pass the ball. I'm not going to dribble, I'm not going to move, I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to, fine. So, they lost one game. This teacher threw the biggest fit from them losing one game. I think they lost by a basket. I mean, it's not like even they lost one game. Sabrina said she never saw a coach so mad over one game. She said he literally left a skid mark from his shoes on the floor, was jumping, just saying things that shouldn't be said in front of children if you're a teacher. So, school year ends. We tried out for this AAU league. She played last year for them. Her coach was a husband and wife team. They really worked with her. They encouraged her. We won maybe one game, and that was, I think, a fluke that we won. But nobody cared. We still had a good time. Our kids had a good time. Sabrina was out there playing. She was loving the game, having a good time. So we go to this year. She doesn't want to play basketball at all. She tries out for the school team, doesn't make it. She's upset. I told her, don't worry about it. You know how Coach David is. He's going to take all, because now she goes to the 4th and 5th. He's going to take all the 5th grade girls and then sprinkle some 4th grade girls in there just to show that he did it. And he's going to take his favorite girls, his 4th grade girls, which happened. She was like, it's okay, Mom. I don't want to play for Coach David anyways. Too much practice, because he has them practice every day of the week, Monday through Friday. They have an hour practice after school. None of the other elementary schools, she's in 5th grade, well, 4th grade. None of the other schools have a week-long practice. They practice 2 days, 3 days, maybe. And I've talked to other moms, because of course we all play in the AAU league. So she doesn't go. She's fine. She's happy with it. She doesn't care. She says some of the girls are getting kind of about it. Okay. AAU comes up. We get the message. There's tryouts. That's when she want to go. Yes, of course she does. She goes to tryouts. She hasn't picked up a basketball basically since last season. Hasn't practiced, hasn't dribbled, hasn't done nothing, whatever. What I like about this AAU league, this particular league that she plays with, is the lady who runs it. Her whole goal is to get girls to love basketball. That's her goal. That's her philosophy. And she used to play for the local high school here. Of course, now she's a mom herself, yada yada. She used to play for the local high school here. She used to play for Vanderbilt. Unfortunately, she injured herself at Vanderbilt, had to stop playing. Okay. So brings us to this year. They basically took every single girl that tried out, which I think is great, because their philosophy is, they don't want to discourage any girls. So they have like 3 or 4 3rd grade teams, and I mean, they really grew this year, this AA team. And so they're she gets on a team. Her coaches from last year, let me kind of see if I can do this. Unfortunately, I'm locked. Her coaches from last year are not going to coach this year because their daughter doesn't want to play. And that's fine. I mean, I understand if your daughter doesn't want to play, why are you going to... I'm sorry, guys. I see how... going the wrong way. Oh, if it gets sexual dirt. Okay. So, they don't want to play. Get it. Fine. So, they get it. They find a coach. He's a 20-something kid. He coaches the middle school girls. He has never coached littler girls. Okay. And I'm not saying Sabrina's the best. First of all, let me get that. I'm not one of those moms that, oh, my kid's the best, why aren't you playing my kid? No, I'm not that kind of mom. But I do think each child should be able to play in a game. I think each child should get at least 5 minutes to play in a game. It's 18-minute halves, quarters, it's halves. Okay, 18-minute halves. They have 2 halves. Why a child, this is, anyways. So, at first, Sabrina was kind of shy about everything, didn't really, get in there like she knows how. So, as the games progressed, there was one game she didn't even play at all. And I asked him, I went up to him afterwards, I said, Coach, I don't feel that's right. And I feel I was in the right to do that because she didn't play at all. And he said he was sorry. He asked her if they wanted to win the game. She said yes. Of course she's going to say yes because the other girls are saying yes. There's her and 2 other girls that don't get as much play as the other players. And I don't feel that's right at all. I don't, okay. So we'll just progress. She's getting better. He's letting her play more. Sabrina's an aggressive player, and she will get out there. She's moving more. She's getting the ball. She's dribbling it down the court. She's passing the ball. She's doing everything she should do. And I feel she is an asset to the team. Again, I'm not saying I don't think anyone is the best player on the team. I think they all play well together when they play together. and I'm not going to go into it, he's got his ones that he plays, and they never sit on the bench. Never. They play the whole game. So we're going to fast forward to yesterday's game. It was a tournament game, the championship game. It was the only game they had in their division, 4th grade division. And so the first half, he plays her for about, I don't even think he played her the first half. He didn't even play her the first half. Her and her friend didn't even play them the first half. And he said to them during the halftime, he said, get ready, I'm going to put you guys in. Be ready, be ready. So they sat there and they waited, and they waited, and they waited. And I waited. I don't say anything. I was one of those moms that was yelling, get that ball, Sabrina, it's your ball, block the. And she said, Mom, you can't do that. I get confused because Coach is yelling at me and you're yelling at me. So I've stopped. All I say when she gets on, you got this, girl. And that's it. I don't say anything else. I'm quiet. I cheer other girls, but not her. Because unfortunately, she doesn't play that often, and it really gets my mama bear riled up. So, again, he doesn't play them at all that first half. First half. Then, second half comes, they were winning at one point, and then they were down by 2 baskets, and, whatever. Finally, there's maybe 4 minutes left in the whole game. He puts Sabrina in. Okay. So Sabrina gets in. She gets the ball. As soon as she gets in, she gets the ball. She turns around, she starts dribbling down the court. The ball gets away from her. Another child gets it. No problem. It happens. Then he tells her they're running because the other team now has the ball. They're going to shoot the ball in. Sabrina runs to go get into a position, and he yells, no, Sabrina, over here, down front. And I guess she was kind of a little confused, and she didn't go fast enough, and the ball was in play, so he calls her out. She played maybe 2 seconds of this game. She sits back down on the bench, starts crying. Sabrina acts tough. She acts very, very tough, but she's very emotional, unfortunately, because of everything that we've went through with her father. And so she's sitting there crying. She's trying not to show the coach that she's crying. She's trying not to show the other girl she's crying, I can tell. So I'm sitting right behind her. Game's over. All the other girls come up to the bench, and coach takes Sabrina aside, and he talks to her, and I let them talk. I leave. I back off because, again, I don't want to be that parent. I back off, walk away. They come back. He takes the girls over. I think he was having a weekend because he was kind of in a bad mood all weekend. And it happens. People have bad days. I get that 100%. Not everyone's going to be 100% every day. Get it. Understand. So as we're leaving, she starts crying more. I'm like, when do you want to talk about it? No. Sabrina will talk about it in Sabrina's time, Sabrina's way. You cannot push her. So as we're driving home, she's crying, and then she starts telling me little things here and there. And she's telling me how coach said, he's not mad at her. Well, no, you shouldn't be mad at her. She didn't do anything wrong. She was playing the game. And then she said, Mom, I don't care about winning. I just want to play basketball. And that got my mama bear really boiling. Okay. And she goes, and there's other kids who play all the time. They get pulled for maybe, 5 minutes, and they're upset. But they get back to playing. And I get to play 2 minutes, a minute, 3 minutes. Maybe in this whole time they've been playing, let's say she's played a total of 30 minutes, let's say. In the whole tournament, in the whole season. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So she's done that. Now, she's telling me all this in the car. She's crying. She's upset. We get home. I got her one of her favorite things for dinner. So we stopped. I got her dinner. Come home. We're eating dinner. And she's just in a mood all night. All night she's just in this crabby mood. Bad mood. She finally, and I asked her, do you want me to talk to Coach? No, don't you talk to him, don't you talk to him. Here's my question to mamas. When your mama bear gets riled, should you say something? Should you be that parent that steps in and says, hey, this is wrong? Or should you be the parent that sits there quietly and lets your child deal with it and handle it in their own way? That's my question to you if comments are on. What would you have done if your child got to play maybe 2 seconds of a game, a game that is 40 to an hour long, 40 minutes to an hour long, and that's not right. That's not right at all. It's not right at all. And that I know that you're saying to her at times, do you want to go in and play or would you rather win? That's not right either. She's there to play the game that she loves to play. You're discouraging her, just like another coach has already discouraged her from the game. You can hear my mama bear coming out. So I did end up sending him a message last night. Long message. Didn't accuse him. At least I don't feel that I was accusing. Basically said, look, I wasn't going to say anything, but when your child is crying all the way home and says, I just want to play basketball, Mom, I just want to play, I have to say something. So I did. He came back with I took Sabrina aside. I told her I was sorry. I am sorry. We'll talk about it at practice. Fine, I'll talk about it with him at practice. But I just want to know if your child, in anything that they do, even in school, do you stand aside and let it happen? Or do you be that parent that says, hey, this isn't right, and hope that the coach or the teacher doesn't take it on the child? I'm curious. I just had to get that out there, guys. I had to do a little story time today. I basically told him, look, she's already got one coach that has discouraged her from playing a game she loves. She's learned a lot from you this season. But that's not right what you did today. That just isn't right. So I guess I was a little finger pointing. Anyways, guys, I got to get to work. I'm at home, which is now my office. So, just had to get it out there. Thank you guys for listening. I had to do a little mama bear talk today. Kind of just mama's thoughts, get it out. Maybe I'll try to do these every once in a while. And if comments are on, post, what would you have done? As a mama bear, as a daddy bear, as an aunt bear, as a bear that takes care of your children, of any children, what would you have done? I feel I'm in the right to say something at this point. I mean, I've said something before, but when she's crying, that's a little different. And you see the distress, and then even her friend got to play for maybe 2 minutes. It's just not right. It's not right at all. We could have stayed home if he was going to play her for a second. I could have stayed home and done laundry. Yay, right? But I could have got grocery shopping done. Anyways, guys, love you all. Comment. Let me know what you would have done or what you have done. Let's get a conversation going. Okay? You guys are great. Thank you so much for subscribing. I know that YouTube's been flagging some of our videos made for kids lately, our doll videos. So you may not see them, may not check them out. Sabrina, she's really getting into her Baby Alives right now, so you may see a little bit more Baby Alive stuff. But, yeah. Thank you guys again. You're great. You're wonderful. Give yourself a big hug. Have a good day. If you're having one of those days, it's okay. Cry it out. Eat a gallon of ice cream. Do it, or is it a quart? Whatever you got to do that makes you feel better, do you. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you on the flip side. Bye.